Lionel Scaloni has selected his 26-player squad for the 2026 World Cup. Lionel Messi will play in his 6th World Cup. The one thing that we can clearly see while looking at the squad is that the manager is looking for continuity. This is pretty much the same squad that won them the World Cup 4 years ago in Qatar. 17 out of the 26 players are the same players that won them the World Cup. And two players that have been added, Giovanni Lo Celso and Nico Gonzalez, are players who would have been in the squad in every camp before the World Cup, but they just got injured before the tournament. One player that Argentina will definitely miss at this World Cup is the legend Angel Di Maria. Di Maria is not there because he has been overlooked. He's not there because he just simply doesn't want to be. He has retired from the national team. Like he has done all his career, Di Maria is playing fantastic football this season in Argentina. He is absolutely irreplaceable for the national team, often overlooked throughout his career at club and country level because he just simply does not have the ego of the star player that he is. He's an absolute legend of the game, someone who put his ego on the side, whether it was in the national team for Leo Messi, whether it was at Real Madrid for the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo, or whether it was at Paris Saint-Germain for Neymar, Mbappe and Messi. Di Maria was a key component of this Argentina squad 4 years ago, and they will truly miss him. Few of the other players that have been overlooked are the likes of Paulo Dybala and few of the other aging players. They honestly never really fit with the Argentina squad, and it is no surprise that they have not been included given their record in the last few years. One of the toughest choices that the manager did have while picking the squad was between Marco Senesi and Medina. He went ahead with Medina, and Marco Senesi has missed out on the World Cup. Now it's going to be very difficult for Argentina to replace Angel Di Maria, but few players who can attempt at least to fill the void are there in the squad. One of them is Nico Paz. Nico Paz has had a wonderful season at Como. He's been absolutely brilliant and helped them qualify for the Champions League. However, he hasn't done it for Argentina yet. Although his time will definitely come. Will it come at this World Cup? Barco, who is going to be a Chelsea player this season, is another player who could be a dark horse in the squad. He has that ability to go one-on-one and terrorize defenders. Again, this is a very young player, so I don't think there will be too many expectations on him. Lionel Messi was sensational in the last World Cup. Having said that, he was certainly not in his prime then. We're 4 years from the World Cup now. Messi does not even play in Europe anymore. Will he still be able to guide and lead Argentina to glory this time is a question on everyone's mind. He's got the ability, no one can ever doubt that. He certainly won't be the player that we have seen in the last 15 years, but he can still dominate games. The one thing that Messi won't be expected to do is track back and defend. The manager did not demand that from him 4 years ago, so someone else had to do the running for him. The player who did that in the last World Cup for him was Julian Alvarez. Julian Alvarez did not start in the playing 11 at the beginning of the last World Cup. He gradually won his place, partly due to his ability and his work rate. He, however, has had an exhaustingly long season and a physically demanding one with Atletico Madrid. Will he be fit enough to do that this time for Messi and co and actually drive Argentina forward and be a difference maker in the tournament? Again, this is a question that we will find out. The midfield this time is certainly stronger. The likes of Enzo Fernandez and Alexis McAllister established themselves on the world stage in the last tournament. They are much better and more experienced players this time around. So I do expect them to dominate games more. The one major concern for Argentina in the World Cup is going to be their defense. Scaloni had a look at a lot of younger defenders in the camps leading up to the World Cup. However, none of them were able to convince him, which is why he has gone with a pretty similar defense to the one that he had in the previous World Cup. The goalkeeper has been a revelation for them. Martinez has been a world-class goalkeeper for Argentina and won them the Copa America and the World Cup. Last 3.5 years since the last World Cup, he has gone on to be consistently world-class for Aston Villa, recently winning them the Europa League. However, he's coming off a finger injury, and the main two central defenders, Otamendi, is quite old now. He's not a young man anymore. Christian Romero, the guy who's supposed to partner him, has not played for Spurs in the last 7 or 8 weeks. Argentina are taking a huge risk by depending on guys who are not completely fit, who are really old. Having said that, a lot can be said about cohesion and experience, These players know each other, they are experienced, and they are a together bunch. Players know how to suffer for each other. A lot of squads are littered with individual talent, but they do not know how to do that. I genuinely think that Argentina have the togetherness that is required to go deep in the tournament. It's going to be the last World Cup for the likes of Otamendi and Lionel Messi. Argentina retained the World Cup with pretty much the same bunch of players that won them the tournament last time around.